yeah, even like, yo, still to that, like, they still could have at least did a little, not even like just a lot, like, yo, the tiniest bit of research where I keep saying, like, typing this boy into Google to even just see, like, yo, what is, like, you know what I'm saying, what is the governing body of Iran? How do they treat their people? All these different type of Johns, like, what is their laws and policy? Like, you could easily just type this in and find out this information. So it just leads back to, like, yo, what are heads, like, what? Why? Like, I just keep asking why. Like, specifically for Yoko and Soydubs too, because what are they gaining from this? Like, literally nothing. Again, worst optical decisions every time, bro. Glazing up that son and pandering his talking points is not, like, does that make you feel good about them? Let me really ask you. Are you feeling positive regards towards heads like Azan or Yoko and Soydubs right now, after again hearing what Mahdi is saying? I doubt it. I don't think you are. You do not. It's like, what are they doing this for? The agenda. The narrative. Freaking ridiculous. You already know what it is, baby. You seen title and thumbnail. It looks like we got some more Warzone out in the EHDI plus cinematic universe. And in specific, of course, Sir Klein and the Kleinsman. The pod is back, baby. We love to see it. Shout out to love of the H3 fam, of course. Yo, Heads was on break. Of course, Heads is back now. And back and coming back and felting him worse than ever. Because, of course, you already know. Yoko and Soydubz, the agonizing pain, suffering, and torture. But first, the backstory. We always gotta hit that boy. You already know we go down. Of course, TLDW. Yo, you already know the whole John with Yoko and Soydubz and the controversy they had gotten with the Iranian man. We learned that his name is Mahdi and his wife, his name is Stevie. So yeah, obviously we can put names to heads, but yeah, we finna get into that super felting, right? Yeah, we already know Yoko and Soydubz, they're on the Mr. Piker narrative. They were watching 90 Day Fiancé and they were saying that Mahdi, the Iranian man in the show, right, was like an Ameriboo, bro. He was doing American propaganda, bro. He was on Trumpy's tip, bro. Oh my God, bro. Everything he was saying, his whole lived experience was eye-rolly. Oh, the worst works. Felting, definitely on the ultra crepidarian tip. We already know about that in the Drake's account. Sheesh. But yeah, very bad for them, right? Obviously, like, yo, they are speaking about Johns they have no means speaking about because they have no knowledge on this. And worst of all, idiotic moronic brainlets. Yeah, they can't even pop this boy into Google. Saddest works we got there. I ain't gonna lie, right? But then that caused a whole litany of things to go on. Obviously, Yoko and Soydubz got lambasted for this. That eventually ended up in Stevie, you know what I'm saying, Mahdi's wife from 90 Day Fiancé, of course, responding to Yoko and Soydubz. And that was even off the litany of like Soydubz responding in mad streams, bro. Obviously getting the one guys like I saw in the beginning. But yeah, super just unintelligent, just bad works there. Y'all know we get down. But again, like I was saying, yeah, that results in Stevie responding to Yoko and Soydubz, and then Yoko and Soydubz coming back, as we seen yesterday. Shout out to level one of our Glorious Slop Kings. Yeah, Wayne Sense posted a video where Yoko and Soydubz was absolutely most definitely coping, mulling, conceding about this. Straight denied a flight counterattack. I couldn't not believe this, Sean. Soydubz was trying to say on the stream that, yeah, nah, she was not responding to them. Nah, like she was talking in a grander scheme in which, like, yeah, of course, like overall heads obviously should not have this rhetoric and, you know, the America bad second biggest niche on Twitch, Ken Grammar. But yeah, heads obviously shouldn't have this stupid narrative. But specifically, yo, we saw Yoko and Soydubz down in the corner of her like story post, yo, and it's definitely them. You can see the background, the sure some 7B pop filter, everything, right? Bad works there. But finally off the backstory, because Trilly does indeed yap everything. That leads us into the current de now, where again, the pod is back. And Ethan, our petty king, he hasn't failed us yet. Calendar year 2025. Oh boy, were they serving him up W's on a silver platter. I mean, it was truly promised to Ethan. But seriously though, yeah, Ethan comes back on the pod and he has quite the interview. Generally, I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked to see. Of course, we were checking out the pod episode, but you already know we here to really look into this boy, really crack down, of course, on the slops. But yo, Ethan gets an interview with Mahdi from 90 Day Fiancé to clarify a lot of the things that are going on in Iran from his perspective, obviously giving his lived experience, but also to give his opinions and conjecture on what Yoko and Idubbbz opinion conjecture on his lived experience. Yeah, what's going on in Iran. And again, Idubbbz thinks he's the whitest son, or better yet, no, he is the whitest son. Grifting. Oh man, that's his grift. But yeah, he thinks he's a political commentator now, so no, he's actually about to get educated, as we were going to see. So yeah, lovely, excellent works we got going out here, out in Warzone, out in the HDI Plus Cinematic Universe. So yeah, we have literally no time to waste. But you already know though, of course, the pod is gonna be a yap session, baby. So we finna go in for like an hour. But y'all finna let me know, of course, if you want me to watch more of the John. You know where the comments is at. Like, we better get down for real, for real. Of course, shout out to all the audiences, H3 fam, and of course, heads with TTE. But yeah, we ain't wasting time because we about to chill up in a bit. Facts. But anyway, you already know what it is. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time. Let's see how Yoko and Idubbbz were absolutely getting felted this time. Of course, like we said in the intro, come on. You see him there, our Betty King, Ethan. You already know. Shout out, show the love with the H3 fam. Everybody, baby. You better. Head shirt love, we gotta share back every single time. We got, stop playing. Everything is changing. H3 show number 224, baby. Of course, we're in a segment, a little bit of Idubbbz and Anisa's embarrassing take is, of course, the pod. Yo, they went over, like, basically the whole of backstory, the whole of TLDW of everything we've been covering, of course, while they've been on break. So, of course, they had to go over it. You know what I'm saying? To show the audience an H3 fan. So, duh, we seen all that. I'm like, yo, he really want me repeating this, John? It's already bad enough he yaps everything, right? I don't even want to talk about it. I'm always going to talk about it. Anyway, but you already know, we got to see the interview because honestly, again, this was crazy. As soon as Ethan was saying like, yo, bro, you got Mahdi on, I'm like, yo, there's no way, bro. This child is wild. Truly felting for Yoko and Idubbbz. Oh, the worst works. But of course, we're going to be in a section, like I said, a little bit of Idubbbz and Anisa's embarrassing take, and then we got the talking to Mahdi and fact checking them. Of course, you guys want to watch the video OG segment, you already know we get down. And of course, like I said, yo, we want to watch more parts of this boy because, you know, we're going to get an hour in. Of course, down description, first link, shirt all over, of course. The pod, baby. H3 fam, stop playing. And anyway, yeah, we have quite literally zero time to waste because, with Yoko and Idubbbz, what I be saying? We're never wasting that. Let's do it.
Now, a lot of people making fun of them. A lot of people have been wondering what these guys think about it. The guy from Iran, really sweet guy, terrific guy, a lovely couple. Mahdi, turns out I made contact with him.
Oh?
And his lovely wife, Stevie. And it turns out they were watching.
Oh.
And they do have opinions about it. In fact...
Oh. Yo, how do Yoko and Idubbbz just always casually make the worst optical decisions? Hilarious.
Mahdi, the wonderful Iranian featured in that video, is on the phone right now.
It's like, yo.
We're going to pull that up.
1 second. Stand by.
Mahdi and Stevie. And by the way, they are such a wonderful, nice, loving couple. Like they're the nice couple that you get the like eye bleach in between the couples of the one who's like using them, or sometimes they're both terrible. And then you get to actually be with like a nice, loving couple. And there it is. Mahdi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us, for calling in today.
Hi. Good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Mahdi.
Tough works, bro. It's still crazy, bro. Like, how the fuck do they take these L's?
From Iran, and so good to be here.
I see you've got the Iranian flag there behind you. That's the lion.
Yeah, it's the real one, not the fake one.
That's the flag from before the Islamic State took over from the Shah, right?
Yeah, and this is something that I think many people do not know. They think this is for the Shah, but this is just like a flag of Iran for like hundreds of years. I think more than like 300, 400 years.
Wow.
But because they have problems with like Shah and Pahlavi and these kind of things, they say it's for him. So, but no, this is a real flag of Iran.
I mean, it's the great Persian culture. There's just so much rich history and culture from Persia. And by the way, I've met a ton of Persian people, and they're all
I grew
so
up with
terrific.
Persian people. My neighbors that I spent almost all the time with were Persian, and some of my best friends. So I love Persian people.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have you here. And so basically, there's a few things I want to talk to you about. First of all, the Idubbbz stuff that we just watched.
This crazy. I'm just gonna keep saying that. Like, yo, how again? They're serving up Ethan W's on a silver platter, bro. Like, are you serious?
Fuck. And then also, I really want to talk to you about what's happening in Iran right now to raise awareness and hopefully see what things we can do.
So yeah, the protests and all that. Like, yo, I heard the numbers of, again, like, yo, horrible to say, but like the death toll is going up. Like, bro.
To help, because I know,
and it's like, again, like, you know, it just even going on that really, like, already TrillTalksEverything everything, but like, yo, again, Yoko and Soyda, ultra carpetarian, like I said, Trexicon John, like they're talking on something they know little or nothing about. It's like, bruh, all you could do is just type this boy into Google, boy. We got ChatGPT, AI, all this different, John, bruh. Nope. Mr. Piker method.
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
Fuck it, we'll just repeat the agenda, the narrative.
you've been heavily trying to spread awareness on.
Yeah, so like the reason that I'm here is mostly because there's so much like propaganda about like what's happening inside Iran right now, and the things that I get from my friends. Like, first of all, there's a huge blackout there, and I only have like connection with,
they shut down the internet.
with one or two of my friends who have like Starlink, and they are legally connected to internet. And the things that I hear is so different than many of these medias is just like trying to present. They're just like thousands.
Again, the agenda, the narrative, the political Rorschach test. Yeah, we going over this John the whole time. And funny enough, again, like, yo, covering soy dubs, bruh. Stoic. Yo, shout out Stoic Chronicles, but seeing all the clips, bro. We had the one John, bro. Yo, literally, like, every Stoic Chronicles clip, again, like, yo, shout out one of our glorious clip against Stoic Chronicles, but, like, yo, every Stoic Chronicles clip now with soy dubs, I'm just naming that boy, yo, Idubbbz Guide to Being White Hassan. Like, I already started doing that, John, but, like, yo, I remember I was ranting about this for so long with the one where soy dubs was molding about Asmin Gold and Ice. Like, bro, it's just, this is just what it is, especially with the mainstream media, bro. Like, yo, again, this is why I talk about the one John, bro. The only sponsor John I feel like might be a little bit, tiny bit useful. Other than that, like, yo, again, shilling nobody's garbage. Anyway, super sidebar, right? Like the ground news, John, that like shows you what side of the political aisle that, like, yo, some of these news, like mainstream news medias are on. Because, like, again, agenda, narrative.
Like the last number that I've heard is 16,000 people dead.
Yeah.
And
what the fuck? Because again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just saying earlier, like the death toll that went up. Like, last number I had heard was 12,000. Like, bro.
I'm sure it's more than that. Like, it's way more than that. Based on the clips that I have seen, it's way more than that. I really pray this is the last number that we hear, but it's a massacre. Like, it's just like, they call it a Persian Holocaust or something. Like, they're literally killing people just because they are against the regime. That's all. That's all they're.
And then, see, yeah, this is like immediately like gets me mad. Not on the factor of, like, of course, like, yo, Mahdi giving his lived experience. It's like, yo, bro, then you got bulls like,
fuck it, I'm saying it.
Then you got bulls like Yoko and soy dubs. Nah, bro. Like, yo, heads are just being a marabouts, bro. What the fuck? Yo, what? It's just eye rolly. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, yo, that job actually does get me aggravated immediately. Like, bro, what the hell? Like, again, y'all know me, bro. The purity test, the richest, and more aggression, and moral posturing. But, like, yo, again, like, I'm gonna keep saying it. This, yo, go Zoid up Hassan, yeah, whatever. Like, yo, again, those bulls purity testing them Olympics. Going for gold. I'm not trying to hear it, but again, this is the same thing with, like, especially the America bad, the agenda, the narrative. Like, bro, the glazing up oppression regime. This is why I will keep stamping in, bruh. Especially if you're a Hassan G boy, tough works. You're either a tanky or you're glazing these fools up for whatever reasons may be. But you're either a tanky or you're glazing these fools up, because I do not know why, again, tanky, a far left authoritarian or staunch communist who glorifies or excuses oppressive regimes in the name of socialism and imperialism. I don't know why, like, again, you would be glazing up oppressive regimes versus, you know, not doing that. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what else. Like, what point, what is the factor of doing this? And why can't you just easily look up, like, why this is, you know, might be a bad thing? Like, bro,
They're doing, like, they don't have any other thing that they need to be killed for.
I've been following it pretty closely, and the 16,000 figure is from doctors and hospitals reporting it together. And what's scary about that is a lot of the people that were injured, they know that if they go to the hospital, they've been going to the hospital. The government's been going there
And
and killing people.
Yeah.
Bro, what the? I'm just gonna keep saying like, damn, because again, like, imagine like you can't even go get help because like, bro, they might go to the hospital, the place where you obviously get like, you know what I'm saying, your medical services, all that, and they still might kill you anyway. Like, what the hell? That's eye rolly. Damn.
Are injured because they're like, oh, you're a protester. You were injured in the protest, so you're
Yeah,
clearly.
I heard that some people that are injured are afraid to even go to the hospital.
Yeah. So exactly. So
Mhm.
the number surely has to be much higher than that. Is your friends and family okay? Is everyone you know okay over there?
I haven't heard of my family members like for like the last 10 days. Like I
This is crazy, bro. Nah. Frogan type beat.
Base?
Frogan type beat. Boo fucking goo. Nah, you're just an Ameriboo. What the fuck? Nigga, what? You already know me again. It's gonna sound mad virtually. I'm sorry, like moral postury. But the number one thing, what the fuck do I say in like almost all these shits? I don't give a fuck. Number one, John, is family. You ever talk to your family in 10 days? And then you got some fucking glove shittos, some dumbasses talking about some, yeah, bro, you're just doing American propaganda. Yo, you're on Trumpy's step, bro. Yo, you feel me? Oh, man, bro. What the? Bro, if these... Word.
do not know anything about them, but I have lost friends, and I actually see their pictures on the news. That oh, this was my friend. I lost him. So this
Whoa.
is the only way that I'm getting news from there.
Wow.
Bro,
Sorry.
that
That's
shit is...
horrible. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
Bro, that shit is so fucking act like, bro.
How are you doing, like emotionally? I mean, that's really devastating.
I've like it's just like a weird feeling that I had never felt the guilt to be alive for something
Damn.
that I have never done. Like I'm just like feeling guilty that I'm just like living here, nothing is happening to me, and my friends, family
Yeah.
members all are going through there.
Yeah, like, of course, because, you know, again, the oppressive regime, they're trying to do these crackdowns. We got blackout of the internet. Obviously, they definitely are killing protesters, and he hasn't had contact with his family in 10 days. Imagine, like, he's... And they're like, yo, it sounds crazy to say. Again, I'm sure this is why he feels the guilt, but like, you're just chilling in America, you know what I'm saying? Free, just chilling, yo. We doing our thing. And you're gonna be talking about all the time on the luxury tip, like, yo, I'm just rotting in the boss's basement, all this type of piece. Obviously, not to relate it back to myself, but just like on the tip of like, yeah, we got that privilege. You means? Like, bro. Like, heads really don't got that, John. And then again, these motherfuckers sitting in the middle of Edmonton in fucking, like, yo, Yoko's mom's fucking basement, talking about, again, nah, bro. You're a marabou. That shit, like, bro.
It's just like a really weird feeling that I'm just like, I feel like I'm paralyzed. I'm not working. I'm not doing, I'm just like looking at the news to see what happens. And one thing that I'm really scared of is that if all these like thousands of people's blood go to waste and nothing happens to
I
that,
know.
because like there's something like many people think that this is the first time that we're trying to have a revolution, but since 1979 we have had many of them. But each year that we have these revolutions, the amount of people that they kill is getting more. So if it doesn't stop here, I'm sure the next time is going to be 100,000 people. So definitely.
Damn. Bro, what the fuck? And you know what's crazy? Again, I hate this, like, bro, I hate to do this shit. But again, head's gonna clown the fuck out of me, but like, bruh, again, the things, the passions, the things I've loved in life, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really impact me. So again, I try to just like relate to, I guess, the way I could see the world, my perspective. We say it all the time, being objective, but not only to that, just like the way I'm seeing things. But yo, you know, top 3 favorite video game series of all time, The Fallout. The intro to Fallout 4 says the same, John. War never changes. Bloodshed never changes. Like, this shit is terrible. Like, again, like, even for Mahdi to think, like, bruh, the next time could be 100,000 lives. Again, like, yo, it's gonna sound like I'm hella virtue signaling, but like, yo, heads really don't understand. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you gotta appreciate everything you fucking have, bro. I be saying this shit all the time. Motherfuckers like, yo, and again, it just bars me back. Like, I don't know, the fucking Yoko Soda derangement syndrome, bro, the Hassan derangement syndrome. But I'm like, yo, I just relate back every time. And then you have these fucking glub shittos. What the fuck are you niggas talking about, bro? That's
needs to be done. I'm really worried about that.
How evil, you know? How evil are these people that they have so little value for life? I don't know a lot of.
yeah, I feel that, Ethan. Literally was just saying that, y'all, too. Like, it's like, bro, heads got the. I be seeing this joint all the time too, especially yo for like jits and all that, bro. Because I've heard, obviously, you know what I'm saying, some teenagers have been killed in this, which is terrible. But like, you know what I'm saying, heads have their whole lives ahead of them, goals, passions, dreams, bro. I be talking about this joint with the boss all the time. You already know, shout out Cheryl the boss. Real life hearing this, bro. Like really go like share love with your fan, bro. Best interest of heart. Y'all know I get down. That's super rants, like, you know what I'm saying, TLD, like W, you know all the time. But like, it's like, bro, damn, like, what the fuck, like, this agenda narrative shit is some bullshit. I don't give a fuck what it is
about Islam, but I can't imagine that slaughtering your own countrymen is okay in Islam, right? Like, it's just, I don't even know if you're Islamic, or if you're religious at all, but they just seem like such evil, hypocritical tyrants.
And this is what I'm saying all the time. Like, I literally say it every single time when it comes to like religion and all that. Yeah, I respect heads' belief, you know what I'm saying, truly, bro. Especially if that John like makes heads like, yo, better people moving forward in their life, feel like you're in a better direction. Like, yo, it's really gonna give them something to feel secure and all. Barring them beliefs being harmful to people. So you could imagine how I'm feeling about, like, you know what I'm saying, oppressive regimes, and then of course like what is I believe it's called like theocracy, you know what I'm saying, theocratic like rule or whatever, where like religious rule is by religious belief and religious law. It's like as we know, you know what I'm saying, with the obvious oppression, and then things like Sharia law. We talked about this in other vids too, you know, so Chronicles clip, Glorious Law Kings, everybody, you know what I'm saying, we talked about just on mad vids. But like, yeah, this is just blatantly like harmful to heads. Like, yeah, it's just no way it can be avowed in any way. And again, because he has like to be going through this, like, and it's obviously costing people their lives, like clear bloodshed. Going to keep saying, we have Lupshitos like Yoko and Soy Dubbbz. Why the fuck have they not quit yet? But again, forget they. Why the fuck has Soy Dubbbz not quit yet? Why the fuck is he still streaming? Just gonna keep asking shit. Stuff.
Yeah, so the reason and their ideology is that if you want me to play a clip of them, I can do that too. But I found a clip of the leader who is just like behind all this. He was saying that killing is bad, but sedition is worse than that. So this is their ideology. If you're against us, you're against God. So you need to be killed. That's all. And that.
Told you, religious belief. It's like, and what can you do? Like, this is what the heads truly believe. This is their faith. Like, and again, I'm sure you're like. How are you really going to convince them out of this ideology? Like, we can obviously perceive that this is very harmful to heads, like, you know, especially against Sharia law with the girly pops.
Girly pop.
We know this, but like, yeah, like heads are literally dying by this. Like, and again, heads are literally killing by this. Like, what the fuck?
That's what makes it really worse, because you know that these people who are killing them are not feeling bad. They're feeling that they're going to heaven just by like killing or even dying. That is the mindset that you can't fight with. Like, either they kill or die, they're going to heaven in their ideology. So you can't do anything about that.
It
and
does
that's really
seem
scary.
that the G-men, the government men who are doing all the violence, seem to be doing it with joy. I've noticed they're very enthusiastic.
That is
enthusiastic about it, which is, as you said, really disturbing.
Yeah, and worse than that, they have imported like around 5,000, 6,000 militias from Iraq, from Pakistan and stuff. They're just like, they're militias from like Hashd Shabi and these kind of groups. And it, like, my country is literally invaded right now by people who are not even Iranians, and they're killing us. So,
Oh God.
again, like, all I can just say is like, sheesh, like, blatantly hearing his lived experience, and again hearing Yoko and Soy Dubbbz just be like, yo, what you're saying is eye rolling. Meanwhile, he's directly telling us, again, like, yo, just repeat it, really apps everything, but his lived experience, and directly saying there are militiamen coming from other countries invading, literally in his words, that are killing his people, that are, again, not even from his own country. This is, I feel like some certain heads should do some research before they start speaking on shit.
this is just like too much.
What's the news you've heard from your friends that makes you think it's worse than what we're hearing here? Or like, what's the disconnect between what you hear here in the media versus what you hear on the ground there?
Okay, so the numbers that I hear from my friends, so they can be connected to each other by like text message, but I can only get connected to one of them. So based on the things that he told me is that the numbers that we have seen in Tehran is like thousands of people, like 3,000,
Jeez.
4,000, 5,000 people only in Tehran. And I have another friend in Isfahan who told
So like only in the capital, like alone, there's thousands. Like, bro.
him that like the number, we have the same exact number. We're just like trying so hard to find our the corpse of our loved ones, and it takes like hours to go through all the corpse.
Oh yeah, this is like some of the jumps we were talking about in some of the other clips too. Like there's like tweets as we're putting it on Twitter when again like they had access to the internet before like the blackout was really going on. Like yo, pictures of just body bags everywhere. I'm just sitting there looking at shit like this, like this is fucking horrible. Like generally, like yeah, again, I know it's gonna always seem virtue like, but this shit is generally terrible. So why the fuck is it that like heads like Yoko and Soydubs, heads like Hassan, who like again, even barring Hassan, like he's just blatantly fucking bad faith, disingenuous, fucking propagandist. Like we already know this shit. He's gonna be biased and misleading, just terrible in the shit.
Is out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
again, my bad. Glorifying the fucking oppressive regimes. We know he's tanky, like bro, all this jumbo. Like yo, again, Yoko and Soydubs, like what do you gain? Glazing the nigga up. What do you gain regurgitating his fucking talking points, bro? What do you gain against sort of being the white Hassan grifting as the nigga? Like, this shit just generally like, yo, that shit is annoying. Like, my bad, I know you can't see the John, but like, I'm facing with this John, like, it's just getting me angry, like, yo, straight ethereal crash beats, but I'm just not even like, I just don't understand. I just really do not understand.
So based on the multiple cities that I have, Tehran, Isfahan, Mashhad, all these are going to be 16,000 at least. So we do not have any news from other cities, and that's the exact reason they have shut down the internet, because they want this to just like die down. And I really hope they connect the internet, because I've heard some news that this is going to be a permanent blackout.
I saw that too.
Permanent blackout, like what the fuck?
That they are talking about potentially not bringing back the internet.
Yeah, I mean that keeping the internet down is the only thing saving them right now. If we had like unrestricted access to see what was going on there, people would be outraged. And the only
I mean, they already are.
reason I feel like America isn't intervening to help the protesters is because people haven't been confronted with how horrific it actually is. If they were able to see that, I think opinions would change a lot about what's happening there. We have a Muslim man here, and you sent me a note. I know it sounds weird.
No, I didn't want to interrupt, but
Nah, AB. Yo, AB's in the chat. Ban him. Block him and ban him.
yeah, I was just.
You can say it. I
Yeah,
can
we're
read it. or
saying
you
in
can-
Islam, yeah, killing is forbidden. There's a line in the Quran that says to take one life is as if you've taken the life of all humanity. You're only allowed to fight if you're being oppressed in a way in which you can't practice your religion or something along those lines. And of course, that's where people take advantage
They wrote a
of,
lot in
of
between the
that.
lines there.
Yeah, they take advantage of that line and will say, well, you're fighting for your religion, so it's okay.
We're being oppressed. Therefore, we can kill everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I understand you brought some clips and stuff you wanted to share, which I really want to just raise awareness and help as much as we can. And so you said you have some stuff you want to screen share.
Yeah, there are some, but they're mostly about what actually people are going through in my country, because I saw some like really disturbing clips from like a streamer that I did not even know of him, but it was just like really disturbing that, and I wanted to like share some clips.
Oh, by the way,
a streamer. Nah, Head's gonna say I'm dick eating, bruh. Head's gonna say I'm dick eating, but you already know I think he saw, bruh. Like,
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
fuck it. I guess I'll say it. Mr. Piker. I feel like he definitely saw clips of Hassan, because if it wasn't like Yoko and Soydubs, or like specifically Soydubs, then like who else would have like some fucking dog shit ass, disingenuous as fuck, bad faith as shit takes about like what's going on in Iran? Because the only motherfucker that I know that's doing that as of recent, Mr. Piker. Like,
that's perfect. I want to address the propaganda. I want to sit with someone who's from Iran.
propaganda. I wonder what propagandists would do some bullshittery like that.
Who just came here from Iran, and tell people what's really going on there, because there's a lot of just absolutely disgusting, ignorant, chauvinistic, racist takes, like Idubbbz, for example, who we'll talk about later because it's less important than we're talking about now. But I think this is really important. So I'd love to do it.
Yeah, first of all, I just wanted to thank you for like giving me the opportunity to just like raise awareness about what actually people are going through. Because I really feel bad when some people say, oh, it's because of the U.S. sanctions. If they lift the sanctions, everything is.
I knew it was fake.
I knew it.
I knew it.
I knew it. I knew it. This is literally what Hassan was saying. Yeah, now he definitely saw Hassan's take on this shit, because Hassan was saying that, like, yeah, bro, the reason that, like, yo, the people are in, like, dire straits is because of the sanctions being put on Iran and all that. When, okay, if we start, you know what I'm saying, looking at this a little bit more context, a little bit more nuance, again, like, yo, truly not the political commentator, we have to talk about the politics, but, like, tangentially and auxiliary, literally because of heads like Hassan. And then, yeah, now Yoko and Soydubbbz, because again, political commentators, what is on. But anyway, seriously though, yeah, we know Iran. They might be, at least again, the press regime, the Ayatollah. Yeah, they might be funding some groups that Assad, he seems to glaze and sympathize for a lot, like the Houthis and Hezbollah. Yes, they are very America bad. Yo, I'm wondering where Hassan is getting this John from, and then to that, Yoko and Soydubbbz was getting it from him. Duh. But right, so this might be the reason why the U.S. put sanctions on them, right? But even to that, again, we're seeing now within the protests, and even with Yoko and Soydubbbz, like, give it a little bit more context, because we've seen on the clips, like, when Yoko and Soydubbbz was giving, like, their absolutely dog shit, disingenuous as fuck, just ultra-Grebadarian takes on Mahdi and his lived experience and all that, right? That was, like, a couple of days, maybe, like, 2-3 days before the, like, protests and things in Iran really started going off. So, like, to that degree, yeah, the timing, absolutely fucking awful, let me tell you. But, like, yeah, even like, yo, still to that, like, they still could have at least did a little, not even like just a lot, like, yo, the tiniest bit of research where I keep saying, like, typing this point in Google to even just see, like, yo, what is, like, you know what I'm saying, what is the governing body of Iran? How do they treat their people? All these different type of jobs, like, what is their laws and policy? Like, you could easily just type this in and find out this information. So it just leads back to, like, yo, what are heads, like, what, why? Like, I just keep asking why. Like, specifically for Yoko and Soydubbbz too, because what are they gaining from this? Like, literally nothing. Again, worst optical decisions every time, bro. Glazing up that nigga Hassan and pandering his fucking talking points and bullshit is not, like... Does that make you feel good about them? Let me really ask you. Are you feeling positive regards towards heads like Hassan or Yoko and Soydubbbz right now, after, again, hearing what Mahdi is saying? I doubt it. I don't think you are. You do not. It's like, yo, what are they doing this for? The agenda. The narrative. Freaking ridiculous.
Going to be fine. No, it's not all about economics. Like, if tomorrow the sanctions are going to be lifted, people still want a regime change, because it's not all about money. It's about, like, the things, the human rights that people are having in most of the world and we're not having.
So, and this is exactly what just came off of saying. It's like, yeah, like, what the hell is Hassan talking about? Just straight dumbass shit, bro. Say bad faith Johns, bro. Disingenuous as hell. It's like, no, obviously we can see that the regime, again, not so positive regard towards their own people.
So the first clip that I wanted to show you is, it might be like something really, really normal to you guys, but let me just send a request to share my screen.
May I ask, how come your English is like fluent? How did you train yourself?
I was actually an English teacher when I was in Iran. So yeah, that's how I got to meet my wife as well.
Oh, that's awesome. So you learned that all within Iran?
Yes.
Because your accent and everything is that's really impressive. Good for you. That's awesome.
I appreciate it. So this is the first clip that I wanted to show you. This is a normal clip. Somebody, a woman is playing the violin, okay? So just see what happens.
Is it okay? Yeah, it's going. Is that?
I'm gonna say yeah. So you can see he's playing a violin in the middle of the
scratchy or stuttery. Is that the video or?
Yeah, it's just like a bit low.
Okay, and now we see a bunch of police. Okay.
Quality. You see that?
Yeah, I see they approached her. The police,
What she was doing was playing a violin. Like, what?
Police approached her. And this is what they call the morality police, right?
Yeah, just see the handcuff.
This is morals again. What she was doing playing the violin, like what?
Just because of
Wow.
playing the violin. And imagine
Nah, obviously I know that, like what Ethan's saying, like yeah, nah, there's obviously like oppressive police for like the government and all that. But like yeah, the main factor is that like yo again, all she's doing is playing the violin. What the fuck? She's getting arrested for this shit?
I've seen these things in person before coming here.
And I'm gonna keep repeating. Mahdi's lived experience. Eye rolling. He's in America. American propaganda. I'm gonna keep repeating it. This is like, yo, heads truly have to understand. They be really forgetting with these heads sometimes, because the slop factory, it truly does push on. Like, yo, again, John's got a prime time of 2 days, and yo, we're skirting on. Again, like not saying that about again, like Mahdi's lived experience, this whole John, because obviously in a grander scheme, this is way more serious. But in terms of Yoko and Soy Dubs and the usual slop factory, that type of beat, CDST beats, yeah, like slop factor moves on. But nah. Like, heads need to be reminded why these people are horrid pieces of shit. Like, why the fuck they keep saying this dumbass shit. Like, why nobody should be liking these fools or have positive favor towards them at all whatsoever.
And everybody is in shock. Like, what actually happened? But then compare this to some people saying, oh, this is just like eye rolly. This is
He said it. And I agree. Approved. This John just eye rolly. Nigga, what? I'm like, hi. Say no more.
just like over the top. No, it's not. This is
Not at all.
this is what our people are going through. And you can even find a news article about it. If you don't want to like Google it, you can just like watch these clips. These are
This again, I just been reading that John the whole time too. Like, yo, you could just pop this boy into Google. Again, we got ChatGPT 5.2 Pro, gang. ChatGPT could really think on Jones, bro. All you gotta do is type in what is happening with protests in Iran. What is the policies of Iran's government? Like, all you have to do is just type this boy in. Oh my god.
real clips. And again, filming an officer is a crime in my country as well.
So you can't even
that's
do
why
that.
when you see these clips, it's so far it's just like blurry or something like that.
Wow.
Like I know some people are not gonna like it, but I still get really like excited when I can go to an officer and say, what is your name and badge number? Like I get like, I can do that? Like I can really do that? I can film an
Yeah, I'm like, yo, and this, like, I could already like just feel it, like on the John, bro. This definitely getting them ice comparisons. This is definitely getting them ice comparisons. Well, it already is, because they're calling like ICE like Nazis, fascists, Gestapo, all this type of John. But this is why I keep telling heads, bro. Political Rorschach test. We'll keep going over it. Hold on. Just real quick. There we go. There we go. Political Rorschach test. A political event, statement, image, or situation that people interpret very differently based on their own beliefs, biases, or ideologies, revealing more about the observer than the thing itself. It's often used to argue that the issue doesn't have a singular obvious meaning, or that people are revealing their priors rather than reacting objectively. Yeah, like, again, you're gonna choose your side. You know about this, John. But yeah, a lot of these says, especially like, yo, would make ICE comparisons on this, John. But again, really imagine this. Again, however you feel about ICE, my way, like, again, how I feel, in my opinion, I've said this many times, bro. Again, ICE, their policies and all that, yeah, if it's specifically written down somewhere, yeah, we truly like need to stamp that boy in. I ain't gonna lie, or better yet, update that boy, reform it, whatever. Like, yeah, that junk gotta be changed, right? But also on another side, again, to our triangle, yeah, we need to truly define what a peaceful protester is, all these type of beats, right? Because yeah, I don't think some of these protests are exactly that peaceful. From some of the protesters, I'm gonna give it a buck ski. I'm gonna keep it real. And then both of those things come up like to fill the triangle or whatever off of the vetting process is bad. But even like getting back off of this again, no matter how heads feel, at least the directive that I knew in my head, like, you know what I'm saying, again, truly the layman on a lot of this shit. But like, yo, ICE is John, they're supposed to be deporting heads that are supposed to be like coming into the country illegally, and or like if they've done crimes and come to the country illegally, right? So in that case, obviously, if they were doing that, like, those are the means, right? But you know how that can be mitigated also on the factor of like, duh, if that is getting mitigated, then obviously there would need to be protests. Yeah, the vetting process, again, that would need to be getting better. But overall, like I said, with the directive of ICE, right? all we know is that heads are not happy. Like, what is happening with ICE is most definitely like not happening with what's going on with their regime in Iran. And this is like what my overall main point to this was, Megan. Like, so for heads to be calling like, yo, ICE, like Nazis, fascists, Gestapo, all this, like I totally understand heads having criticisms for ICE. This is the whole John was talking about with Asmongold, like, yo, he's a roach king, like we love him, yada yada. But like even with Asmongold's like rhetoric towards like what's her name, Renee Good, like, you know, that hun obviously lost her life in this, John, with the 3 children. Obviously they lost her mother, which is terrible too. Like, yo, the rhetoric like heads like Asmongold at, like, oh yeah, gotcha, bitch, like, oh yeah, like, oh my god, got him, all this shit. Like, I can understand it's bad because obviously in situations like this, like, yo, still in a factory, don't want heads to lose their lives, all this means. But still to that, even with heads like that situation going on, yo, what is happening with ICE and stuff like that is not what is happening with Iran. So do not let, again, heads like try to compare that, because you already know heads like Yogan Soda Hassan will try to make these stupid comparisons. Like, yo, do not fall for this, John. Again, political Rorschach test, heads are gonna be revealing that, obviously, again, that things do not have a singular obvious meaning, and they'll definitely be revealing their priors, which in most cases will be America bad. So yeah, super gap test aside, we need to get back into it. Facts.
Officer, like these are like huge, and this is not because I'm trying to say America is perfect, but this is something that I did not have, and I have it here.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of, again, like all the criticisms you have, whether it be for ICE, whether it be for protesters, because whatever side you choose, a 9 centuries Trilly, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? Fence sitter Trilly. Anyway, super sidebar that, like, yeah, heads are still recording, like, these ICE officers, all these different things, like, at least, like, the protesters are, and that means, like, you can still do all this, because obviously it is happening, as we're seeing, like, a bunch of clips and stuff posted on Twitter, and all these means. So, that is things you can most definitely do. Meanwhile, over in Iran with the regime, as Mahdi just said, I don't think you're doing that. It really might result in not so good things.
And I really enjoy it, and I don't think people should take this for granted as well.
Well, but regarding the lady playing the violin, how do we know she didn't just stab someone off camera? Is what Ian would say, probably. Yeah.
As a woman, I especially cannot imagine what you guys are going through there, because for women, it's just so scary.
Telling you, Sharia law.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of big news stories. There was one recently of this girl who wasn't wearing her hijab correctly, and she was beaten to death, you know?
Fuck, like, again, just like even hearing shit like that.
And that caused actually a lot of protesting in Iran too, if I recall correctly.
Exactly. Her name was Mahsa Amini, and she was just like she was not even from Tehran. She was from other cities, but she was here. She was there in Tehran for just like a quick visit, and they arrested her. And if you Google her name and see what kind of clothes she was actually wearing really decent, but her scarf was not the thing that they wanted. So they got her and they beat her to death, and they did not even like say that, oh, we did that. They said no, she just died by herself.
And when stuff like this happen, it's hard for people outside of Iran to know what's in the heart of the average Iranian, because people like Hassan Piker, I don't know if you know, I've heard him
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
saying stuff to try to defend the regime, horrifically, unforgivable.
Tanky.
In my opinion, he says stuff like, hey, listen, lots of people still support the regime. Like, when you're out there supporting the protesters, you're not even taking into account that a bunch of people actually want the Islamic State.
Fucking dumbass.
To continue. So what is the heart of like the average Iranian when something like that happens? Is that a big story? Is that kind of story able to spread throughout Iran, even in the media?
Okay, so when you're talking about Iranians, you have to know that if you are against the regime, you will not have a voice, like not at all. No news, no social media, nothing. If you talk about them, they're gonna get you. Okay, so the only videos that come out of Iran is from the regime's propaganda, their cameras and stuff. Like even CNN, when CNN goes there, it just only like film the crowds who are like the pro regime. So you only see that. And I'm really okay to say that yes, the regime has some followers, and I have even like some in my family members as well. But there are maybe like 10 million, 15 million, and that's enough to be like a huge crowd. But Iran is 90 million.
Wow.
People
country.
I'm gonna say like in total, like the total population of the whole country is 90 million. So obviously, like the outweighing of like the 15 to 20 million, that would be on the side of like the regime versus the people. Like, yeah, I think you got them numbers, big man. Like, We got the numbers.
Huge.
A huge country.
Yeah.
So yes, you can just like always film these 10 million people who are your supporters, or just like chanting death to America, burning the US flag, but you're not seeing us, the 80 million who's against them. And also, one reason you may not notice that the first nights of these protests, they were always like light, you could see how many people got there. But because they do not want the world to see this many crowd, they just like turned off the light, and that's why people turn on their flashlights to see like we are so many millions of people were there. So to make it short, to answer your question, there are millions. Most of the people are against the regime. We have tried to show it in any ways. Like we stopped like going to vote for them because they said if we are bad, then why are people voting for us?
We keep winning.
So we stopped that. Yeah, and we as soon as we heard that, we stopped voting. And the amount of people that go.
Because it makes sense. It's like, yo, if I feel like, again, nothing is going to happen, there's not going to be no change, like, what's the point of even doing anything? Which, again, like, sucks to say in that, like, in that place, because obviously you don't want to feel defeated. Like, you want change to happen. Like, you want hope for liberation. You want hope for, like, you know what I'm saying, more freedom and all that. But again, it's oppressive, you lying, capping. And again, I'm just going to keep leading this back. On the other hand, it's fucking glazing you up. And I don't know the fuck they're doing that.
And vote is like around 40%, according to their data even. So 60% on their data, and as someone who came from there, 80 million people are just like against what they're doing.
And so when you get together, are you able to talk about like the regime negatively when you're with your friends and you know you're like-minded?
I say, let me see how, do we get, is it a, we want to get to a little bit of Yoko and Soy Dubs, hold on. Okay, we're getting to it a little bit here, hold on. Because you already know, F kills, the OG Johns, gonna be down in the description on the beats. But yo, we gotta lock in on the hour tip, right? Like I said. So we're gonna skip to a little bit of Yoko and Soy Dubs so we can get in this boy. Right here. Hold on. Okay, bet. Let's see.
Dead air.
Oh, cats will
There's
love.
All right, we're good to go.
Said Ethan. Yeah, I'm dead.
Nate?
We're good to go.
We gotta pull the Hassan Denims, John, bro. Where your clip is like legitimately 85% dead air.
It's just them.
It's just them.
All right, fantastic. So here's the first take.
Oh, cats will love Middle Easterners.
That's a strange statement. Just cats love Middle Easterners. There's a strange thing to say, isn't it? Like you guys have a smell or something? Are cats popular in Iran?
They're actually not an inside pet for most of the time, like 99% of the time. Like here, when I go to people's house, 10 like out of 10 people, they're just like at least 2 or 3. It's 0 in my country. Like it's just like so rare to be an inside pet.
Do you guys have any inside pets, or it's just not part of the culture?
Yeah, it's just like really hard to say this because the economy is so bad that people are just like mostly thinking about making themselves like.
It's like, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, heads are mostly focused on like, yeah, we got to feed our families. We got to prioritize just like keeping a sustainable living that affording the luxury of having a pet. You know, we talk about all the time, especially off of, again, Mr. Pica. Shuck. We just came off of, you know what I'm saying, Colorgate 2, the sequel no one wanted. But, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, pets is a man's best friend, all that type of beats. But at the same time, clearly we know what's going on around. So, I think that people might have other priorities.
Right.
Pet is
Like-
a luxury.
Right.
It's just like
Dan just said it.
really hard to think about a pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
First, they need
expensive.
to like make.
It's another mouth
Yeah,
to feed.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Interesting.
It's his first time touching a cat. Okay, I'm sorry. Something's off about this guy. I have never heard a Middle Easterner say something like that before. There's no way.
Now, Anisa and all she's
knows
she's
everything,
met
by
a
the
ton of
way.
Middle Easterners apparently. And by the way, such a generic term. You're from Iran. You're Persian. So what do you think? She's accusing you of lying about never touching a cat. Thank you, Leon.
Okay, so here
It must be the 8% Lebanese talking.
here is the thing. I actually said that it's because of my mother who got sick when she was pregnant. And I actually did not know it's actually a disease that if a pregnant woman touches a cat, there's a chance, there's a name for that.
Yeah, it's
the
supposed to
disease
stay
is
away.
called-
Plasmosis or something?
That's
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
Toxoplasmosis. Hold on. Look that up. See, hold on, y'all. Let me give you a good example of this, bruh. And you know what's so funny? Again, like I was talking about this in one of the other vids, like with the Kai Cenat, John, bro. I was supposed to like watch that vid, but like one of the controversies that quote-unquote controversy is so freaking stupid. But one of the John's heads were hating on Kai for was that he was trying to learn how to say words and shit like that. Yo, I'm gonna look heads right in the face, and we do it all the time. Trilly is never beating the dumbass allegations. They can't grammar allegations. Never beating the fucking just can't spell shit, can't fucking math allegations. That's for damn sure. It's an always. So yeah, bro, heads can make fun of me for that, but guess what? I'd rather try to educate myself than be two fucking ignorant dumbasses who, again, just fucking say whatever this goddamn dumbass.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
Weasley little liar, dude. Yeah, then regurgitate whatever that fucking moron says. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna... What is toxoplasmosis? How guys, how simple is this? And I know some heads hate AI, but hey, brother, I'd rather do this shit than literally speak from out of my ass, because I don't know shit at all. Anyway, let's see. Toxoplasmosis is an infection caused by a microscopic parasite called a Toxoplasmia gondii. Tiny organisms of big ambitions. Most people who get it never notice. Your immune system swats it away and life goes on. Sometimes you get mild flu-like symptoms, swollen lymph nodes, fatigue, thrilling stuff. Yeah, it sounds not that thrilling. Anyway, the drama starts in two situations. Pregnancy, it's what we're just talking about. If someone gets toxoplasmosis for the first time while pregnant, the parasite can cross the placenta and seriously harm the fetus, brain damage, vision problems, miscarriage. Jesus Christ. This is why pregnant people get endless warnings about cat litter and undercooked meat. Weakened immune system, people with HIV, AIDS, cancer, or immunosuppressive drugs can get severe infections. The parasite can attack the brain, eyes, or other organs. Very much not the vibe. Yeah, you're telling me. How people catch it: eating undercooked meat or raw meat, especially pork, lamb, or venison. Touching cat feces. Usually from cleaning litter boxes or contaminated soil, unwashed fruits and vegetables, rarely through organ transplant or blood fusions. Cats are the parasite's favorite landlord, but you usually don't get it from casual cat contact. The litter box is the issue, not the cat plotting against you. Most humans are walking around completely unaware they've ever had it. The parasite just hangs out quietly like an unwanted roommate. Your immune system keeps in check. So yeah, obviously we can do our research. But to that too, again, you got to go off the perspective like, yeah, again, first of all, they do not know Mahdi's lived experience, in which in Iran, obviously, he's saying that they do not usually have cats as house pets and all that. So he's never literally interacted with a cat ever. And literally he's hearing from his mom that, like, yo, especially during pregnancy with, like, toxoplasmosis, yeah, might want to avoid it. So again, where the fuck do these two dumbasses feel like they need to be speaking on this? Instead of... doing this. Moving on.
So yeah, so that's what my mom always told me about, and that stuck with me. Like, cats are dirty, and I said that. So mostly it was because of my family, and also with the fact that the chances that you see a cat as an inside cat in my country is just like maybe 1%. So all these together, and also one thing that I have noticed here is that in the US you do not see as many stray cats, like almost yeah,
because you already know, like, yo, most pets, man's best friend, pets, all pets, like, you know what I'm saying, household animals, like, you're gonna be cuddling up with your doggos, the kitties, you already know, any type of like pets. Usually, I mean, obviously you can see strays and all that, like, dumb, I'm not saying you could never have strays, like, that'd be stupid to say, but like, yeah, usually you will see heads, like, you know what I'm saying, even, you ever see, like, I guess it's a stereotype. Like, yo, am I about to say something like dumb? Yeah, probably. Again, that's why we're never being dumbass allegations. But you ever see the stereotype, like, all the time, too? You see it on YouTube. I feel like people really be farming this. I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, there was, like, whole controversy about Johns like this. But, like, where you would see, like, animals in a box and then people would, like, you know, say, scoop them up and take care of them. Like, yo, heads do that all the time, too, with strays. So, like, yeah, obviously, again, going off Mahdi's lived experience, like what he's saying about Iran, you're not exactly going to be scooping them up in Iran.
It's just like in my country, they're just like everywhere. Like we know cats as stray cats.
Yeah, there's really, I've lived in countries where it's very normal that there's stray cats.
Yeah.
And here you just don't see that. They get scooped up and then people take them home, and take care of them.
Exactly.
But there's a really big pet culture here. It's just very different. Have you ever known anyone that had a household cat pet?
That's interesting. No, like all my friends, all my family members, I have had friends who had dogs, and that's actually how it was stuck in my head that, oh, dogs is not okay in this country under this regime, because we were like going somewhere and we had a dog. It was my friend's dog in the car, and they pulled us over.
Wow.
Bro, what? Like, bro, what? For having the dog in the car?
So that's when it stuck in my mind that, oh my God, even in the car, it's not okay to keep.
This is what I'm saying. Like, yo, the dog can't even be in the car. Like, what can... Yoko. Sorry, Dubs. Were you going to hear this out? Nah. No, you weren't.
Keep the dog.
Wow.
So dogs are like a bit more common, but I'm not saying there's not any inside cats, but the chance is like less than 1%.
So you've never seen an inside cat. So the fact that you've never pet a cat seems pretty common for a standard Iranian experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you prefer Iranian or Persian? Or does it matter to you? I know that some people have an opinion on that.
That's a good question.
It's just like, you know, thanks to this Deville regime, when you hear the word Iranian, it's always like something about something bad, like a terrorism, this and that.
Oh, Mahdi, I got you. Hold on. Where is it at? Buzzwordism. When people use words with traumatic meanings or events in place of everyday common insults, usually because they have differing political ideologies, rhetoric, or opinions. In most cases, they're doing this because they disagree with you and want to paint you in a worse light by associating you with these negative connotations. But more or less, obviously, like, yo, I go over this all the time with his heads like a son. Funny enough, I'll get to that context. But it's more or less this last part where it's like, want to paint you in a worse light by associating you with these negative connotations. So I can understand what Mahdi's saying on that end. Like, we're like, yeah. Especially because of heads like Hassan, because he loves to glaze up U.S. designated terrorist organizations. If you have heads like him, who again, like obviously looking from like perspectives like mine, or like, you know what I'm saying, I know a lot of heads. You watching Trill, yeah, you probably don't really like Hassan, right? So looking from like our perspective, right? Like, yo, we're looking like, yo, this fool is freaking glazing up the oppressive regimes in Iran. Like, bro, these freaking terrorists. So I can understand, like, where Mahdi's coming from, where it's like, okay, like, this is the government. But obviously, like, yo, there is the separation. And this is the same thing we have with the dichotomy between, like, you know what I'm saying? Did I tell you about camera and shit? But this is the same shit I explained with Hassan, where he cannot make the dichotomy between, like, yo, the IDF and Netanyahu and, you know what I'm saying, like, innocent, like, Israeli civilians, like, and people, bro. Because I talk about it all the time with that one Noah Samson clip, where, again, there was, like, the 18-year-old Israeli kid, bro, or, like, you know what I'm saying, the bull, right? And he was literally like just like disavowing the IDF. He was not going to join. He was risking going to jail and all that. And then you got heads like, you know what I'm saying, Noah Samson mocking him. And then, you know, like, you know, Hassan even, I'm pretty sure, had some conjecture on that, which you can imagine how that would be, right? But like, yeah, this is like heads not being able to make that dichotomy, or like not like, well, hopefully not in like this case, you know what I'm saying, obviously going on with this with Mahdi, but like making that, at least from my perspective, right? But like going on the dichotomy of like being able to separate, yeah, like the oppressive regime, especially because of, again, people like Hassan, bro, and then now Yoko and Soydubs, the oppressive regime, bro, the Ayatollah from the innocent, like, you know what I'm saying, like Iranian and like, or like Persian people, like Mahdi is saying, bro, right? Like, yo, you gotta make these dichotomy. The people, as he even been stressing earlier, you know, he was making that example, like the 10 million, 20 million versus like the 60 million, and then there's like 90 million total people in Iran, right? But like, yeah, heads got to be able to make that separation, bro, because again, if you got heads like Hassan, like, oh my God, yes, all the people want the regime there in Iran. Like, no, you fucking dumbass. Like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear this propaganda, nigga. Propaganda, piker. Boy, dumbass. Like, yo, I'm not trying to hear that shit. But anyway, yeah, seriously, though, I can understand, like, what Mahdi's saying is, like, yeah, when people may think of, like, Iran because of, like, heads like Hassan, bro, yeah, bro, like, no, we're not thinking of regime. Thinking of people. Obviously, the people want to be liberated and do not want to be under oppression. Duh.
So I really would rather go with like Persian, because I don't want that.
I dated a Persian girl, and they were always like, we're Persian, not Iranian. So they're very much from the same thing. So that's kind of where I learned that from. So, okay, yeah. That makes sense. I actually never really even asked why they do that. So Persian, there it is.
Yeah, but there, I need to add this too. Like, there's a chance that you are Iranian, but you're not Persian. You know what I mean? Because Iranians can be like Kurds, Turks, Baluch, Arabs. Like they're just like other ethnicities.
It's the ethnicity of of
Yeah.
the people.
The nationality,
Yeah.
Persian's the ethnicity.
Yeah, the natives, so to speak. Got it.
This is his first time touching a
I
cat.
think he's doing it up.
I'm
So they're such
That's so
ignorant
stupid.
imbeciles.
Oh my god.
They don't know.
Facts.
Oh, that cat ownership, household cat ownership in Iran is almost non-existent. And probably more people have never touched a cat than the opposite in Iran. And to just sit here and mock you so confidently is such a brazen display of ignorance. It's stunning. And then, I don't know if you've seen it, but I will show it to you. There, at a certain point, they refuse to apologize when they find out that they're wrong about all this shit.
Yeah. And my wife was just like directly talking about them because you know what, people can just like say whatever they want, but when you have like a huge platform like this, you can't just like directly be racist and just like not doing your research and just like this is my opinion. It might not be right, but like it was just like we just like expect something else from somebody who has like an audience.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes like 1 minute of Googling stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's stunning. They're they're almost proud of the ignorance, which is funny because they talk about MAGA all the time and how ignorant they are, but they're doing that.
Oh my God, yo, Ethan is literally again speaking the John I be talking about into existence because I was literally yapping about this on one of the Stoic Chronicles clips. Again, stoic. Shout out to our love with our clipping gangs. But like, yo, Soy Dubs was literally thinking he was talking to heads that are like, enlightened centrist, the fencer, or trillies, heads that are like moderate, or even center left or center right, bro. I'm like, yo, fool, you're directly talking like about MAGA tards, bro. Because again, like, remember, he's always talking about like, yo, these heads are again Ameriboos, bro. They're glazing the country. They're on Trumpy's tip. Like, bro, you're talking to niggas that look like the Uncle Sam poster, bro. You're not talking to people again who are like in the center or like even just leaning to whatever side of the political aisle a little bit. Like, bro, this shit is so annoying. I am telling you, bro.
They're exhibiting that level of like weaponized, brazen ignorance. It's just stunning to see. By the way, I hope do you have a time you need to get out or you're good?
Yeah, no, I'm okay for that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Because I'm really enjoying talking to you and I want to keep going.
Thank you.
By the way, is there anything you want to like promote or anywhere you want people to follow you?
I don't know. I just have like an Instagram page if anyone wants to find me and just like right now, since I got in the US, I have become a fitness coach. So if you're ever like wanted to just like start a fitness journey or something, you can follow me on Mahdi CPT, MAHDII.CPT.
We'll link that and let's pin it too so people can
Oh yeah. And check this out, by the way. Like they said, about a minute or two of just doing a little bit of research, right? How many households in Iran own cats? There's no official government statistic on exactly how many Iranian households own cats, so don't go quoting some percentage like it's the gospel. Well, isn't ChatGPT fucking sassy? Like,
girly pop.
like damn. Anyway, what researchers and animal groups do estimate is an approximate level of pet ownership, and cats are part of that mix. Here's the closest picture we have. Estimates suggest, here we go, there are about 6 to 8 million pets, dogs, and cats together kept in Iranian homes. Based on that, experts currently estimate roughly about 1 out of every 10 Iranians own a pet. In an online poll, 38% of pet owners said they had a cat, while more said they had a dog. But here's the annoying part. Oh shit. There we go. Here's the annoying part. That it's in households with cats in a neat number. If 10% of people have a pet and 38% of those have cats, something like 3 to 4% of people might live in a home with a cat. By that rough logic, but that's a guess, not a precise stat, which again, blame it on this boy. But hey, I'd rather you type some shit into Google than at least, not just talk out of your ass. Or like, type the shit into AI, whatever it means. But anyway, no official Iranian census, no. Or survey breakdowns pet cats by household count, so all figures are ballpark. If your brain still wants numbers with decimal shrug, that's how statistics work when nobody does a proper survey. But still, even to that, getting your like something like 3 to 4% of people might live in a home with a cat. And like again, easily type that shit into Google, into the AI, into the LLMs.
go follow that. But yeah. Were you doing fitness in Iran too? Was that always a thing? I noticed you're pretty jacked, dude.
Appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, I used to do that, but it was not like my job. I used to be an English teacher and also coaching my friends and stuff. But when I got there, it got the opposite. I stopped teaching English and I'm now a trainer.
Where do you train out of? So in case people actually are looking for a trainer, what city?
It's online right now. In the
Oh, it's an
beginning,
online
it was
course.
like in.
Oh, bet. You already know. Shout out Mahdi. But again, let's see the Yoko and Soy Dubbbz. Where's it at, baby? We need the war zone. Rare.
like men and women.
Interesting. Interesting.
This is his first time touching a
I
cat.
think he's doing it up. I think he's doing it up.
I'm
So see what these two idiotic, brainless, moron, dumbass losers have to say a little bit more, and then gonna head out a little bit.
I'm sorry. There's no way. I thought all.
This
of
is my first time touching a cat. Immediately reaches for the cat.
Cat. There's cats everywhere.
What? This point is so stupid too. Like, oh, he's clearly hates cats and should be recoiling in fear from them. It's like, bro, he touched the cat. Who gives a fuck?
Exactly. And again, like that was his first time touching a cat.
Also, that's your wife's cat, right?
Yeah.
So
I
you live
actually
with this cat.
named
You
her.
gotta be friends with this cat.
Yeah, I actually named her. Juju in Farsi means something that is like cute.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh, I like that name, Juju.
Juju what?
Juju.
Oh,
I say all the time, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I might be giving myself bad luck, but I don't care. I want to get a black cat, and then I want to name them Kaz, because you know, obviously everybody knows. Hold on, or at least you should know. Guys don't know the lore with the page. This is bad works, bad timing here. Hold on, real quick. Again, TrillTalksEverything. Yo, I'm wasting all the time. It literally just said we gotta head out soon. Hold on. You already know. Obviously, TrillTalksEverything, right? We got. Let's see here. Look. The Kazutora tattoo, right? I tell heads all the time. My favorite anime, baby, or one of my favorite ones. Second favorite anime of all time is Tokyo Revengers, right? We got the Kazutora tattoo. Obviously, you shorten down his name. It's Kaz. It's all out. I would love to get a kitty and then name him Kaz. That'll be fire. Super. Anyway, get back to it, bro. TrillTalksEverything, like, bro. Heads need the lore dump. Like, who cares?
Juju. That's nice.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's a good name. So, why didn't you recoil in fear? I guess Ian is wondering.
It was my first time. It was actually my very first time that I was touching a cat, and it was like let's all the things that I have heard from my mom, all the stray cats that I have seen in Tehran, they were all in my mind that, oh, what if it's not clean? What if it's that? So, but I actually wanted to do it because I knew I'm gonna live with her. So
You close with the cat now?
Do you want to see her?
Yeah.
This is what I bought for her.
Bruh. Yeah, you're concerned, Idubbbz, man. Emasculated, humiliated, embarrassed, felted. Whoa, buddy. Like, yo, I can't even believe it, bro. It seems like they're as close as ever.
She's watching.
It's right there.
Aw.
right there.
That's so sweet. So you guys made fast friends, it seems like.
Yeah, I just bought her a bed for the desk so she can always be.
Like she loves it.
And how different is your life here? I mean, it just really is, right? Like, there's so many different things.
Yeah. Honestly, right now I'm just like the only thing that I'm thinking about is Iran. Like
Yeah.
you have no idea how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Imagine.
This is maybe the only hour that I have not been like dragging myself into what they're doing by just like talking to you after
Yeah.
like 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, they are just like keep killing and killing. So
Well, I'm glad that you get a little reprieve from that.
I'm saying.
Although I do want to circle back, and if there's any way we can support, raise awareness, or even donate, I don't know if there's any way to actually donate with the way that the government's run. How could you even get money into the people that need it there?
So it's all about the country is under sanctions. You can't directly do that. The only way would be like third parties. Like for example, me, I send money to my friends and they just like distribute it, so it doesn't go to the regime and stuff. So that is the only way. There's no other way that I can send money.
That's tricky.
Wow.
That is very, very, very tricky.
It is.
And probably if you get caught doing that a lot, the government will find you if you're taking too much money.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Can't even give them charity, man. What a fucking nightmare.
That's what I'm saying. And again, so why the fuck are these heads glorifying or excusing these oppressive regimes like the fucking tankies they are? No fucking clue.
Let's keep going.
Iran. Come on, that one's give us that one at least. Like, the cats in Morocco and places have rabies. You can't touch them. None of them. What about all the cats in Turkey? And like,
Wait, also,
Again, she goes, the cats in Morocco have rabies. What about the cats in Turkey? As my mom would say, what about the tea in China? It's a different fucking place, idiot. Turkey's not even in the Middle East, dope.
God.
This girl's like, she's the expert on Islam and Middle
So, yo. Idiot, loser, dumbass, brainlet, moron. Yo, bro, it's always when Ethan does that shit in threes, bro. That shit is hilarious.
East and Arab culture. Turkey's not even in the Middle East, you fucking dope.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's not.
in between.
It's literally not.
And sometimes it's considered part of Europe. Sometimes it's considered.
It's in the freaking. It's in a part of the Union.
I think it's half the little part. That
Exactly.
goes down.
It's on the border. Let's say that.
Yeah,
Turkey.
Istanbul even has European and Asian side. So even Istanbul is just like into two, like separate.
I guess I've
into
heard of
two
both.
parts.
Yeah, the little thing that goes down.
I'm like, yo, we love history, but yo, we getting a whole history lesson? Yo, what's this? What's this? Hassan trying to give another lecture? No, we stop playing. But yeah, let's get one more Yoko and Soy Up clips, and then yo, we gotta add out. I bet.
About the proletariat in Iran, apparently. I don't know. It's very weird.
Don't.
Let's keep going.
Wouldn't the cats be dying if they had rabies? Rabies is.
Wouldn't the cats be dying if they had rabies? Do you think every cat has rabies? And again, like, even barring that, like, that's still not, like, the main point, again, that Mahdi was even making. Like, yo, these Johnsons, like, straight straw mans. But even sidebarring that, like, again, is basically off what he was hearing from, again, the people surrounding him in his own lived experience. And, like, yo, most heads that, again, he was surrounded with did not have household pets. Like, did not even, like, have cats like that. Like, one head he was with had a dog. And even, again, I doubt they're even gonna acknowledge like the story he just told with them having a dog, like in that experience, which also added to this experience with like him and cats, bruh, where like, yeah, they got pulled over for having the dog, like, bruh. Yep, these two are idiots, brainless morons, again, idiots, brainless, I already said brainless, dumbasses, losers, like everything.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yes, the cats die if they have rabies. That's how. But diseases spread. I'm not even talking about Iran now. He doesn't even understand how diseases work. He's got me triggered.
That's not like a little.
Wouldn't they go around shooting them in the head if they all?
Yes, nobody.
What the fuck? Like, yeah.
Yes, they call the rabid animals, but guess what? It's a disease and it spreads. Dope, idiot, loser, dumbass.
Dope, idiot, loser, dumbass. See, I told you, bro. I think that was a 4.
Nothing. Brain damage. Sorry, it's
oh shit. Now that was a 6. Hold on.
totally irrelevant to our conversation. But I can't with these people. Forgive me.
Tell me about it, Klein.
Middle East historically catless.
I think he's laying it on a little thick. Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
He's probably been in proximity to a cat at least.
We're anti-regime, anti-morality.
Again, that was literally his first experience with a cat. He only had given like that he had an experience with a dog.
Police.
And again, when he did have that experience, he was pulled over.
But I draw the line at him saying that he's never touched a cat. That's where I draw the line.
Again, how can you tell him what his lived experience is? How the fuck do you know what he has gone through? And better yet to that, how the fuck can you just tell him what he has gone through? Like, again, this is the shit I be talking about with the actual purity testing, virtue signaling, moral grandstanding, and then the moral posturing, bro. Like, these fools will call you a bigot, a narcissist, all this shit. Meanwhile, they're the most bigoted and narcissistic motherfuckers possible. Like, bro, what are we talking about? Like, you're literally trying to tell him what his lived experience is. What the fuck? Like, this shit might be pissing me off with these motherfuckers so much. And then, like, yo, bro, again, you're speaking on this so heftily, like you're fucking intelligent. You're speaking on this so confidently, like you know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't! They do not! Felting, again, emasculating, humiliating, embarrassing. We already said felting. Whoa, buddy! You already know. Again, try to share the love with Worski PvP. The casino always wins. Let's go gambling. Again, didn't they already felt you enough?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different rules. You don't have this line, you don't have stop signs.
Oh, really? If Iran has no cats, why is this guy hate cats?
You're still caught.
He doesn't hate cats. He just never really had experience with cats because most cats in Iran are strays.
I don't know. Jesus, you can't let the cat thing go. Well, you're a cat lover now. She should be happy to learn. Have you got to know any dogs since you've been here?
That is something that I'm not used to right now because some dogs here are just like too friendly.
They're huge too. They can be scary.
You can just like jump on.
Nah, I definitely like pit bulls and Johns like that.
So I'm not used to that.
Ethan's got a couple of those.
Yeah. I have a massive dog who's super friendly, but he's huge and very heavy. So I totally understand. Like when I first met one of our big dogs and she was come to our house to say hi to our little dogs, she would come up and say hi to me and I was like, I don't know this dog, but if she attacked me, I would probably be mangled.
It's it. I'm not winning this one, boss. They got it. I'm not winning this one.
Could kill me, right? But dogs are so great. When you'll get there.
My wife, Lena, she was born in the U.S., but she comes from a Lebanese household. She never even touched a dog till she was In college when we met, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I was
Well,
scared of them.
Anisa thinks you're probably fucking lying about that. Too. Sound like an Marabou.
Marabou. Who fucking who?
But now you are like the biggest dog lover. You
I
guys,
love them. Yeah.
you guys
They got Rocky.
have such a cute little dog.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say, yo, fuck you, Deadums. I'm not gonna lie, she tried to start a Collargate 2, and then Hassan fucked around and actually had Collargate 2. Dropped that shit straight on the IMAX cinema. You know he's a projector. Again, Collargate 2, the sequel no one wanted.
Thank you.
Anywho, back to the
I don't know
shenanigans.
what's going on with this guy.
Tehran City, Iran. So far, so good. A train, public transit. We'll do a little I Spy. If we're able to spot a cat or a BBL,
Oh my god, I remember this Stoic Chronicles clip. This is when he was watching the fucking, like the tour of Iran. And this shit was so fucking stupid because obviously if someone's trying to do a tour of Iran to show, like, you know what I'm saying, the good parts of the country, bro, I don't think they would show the oppressive regime. I don't think they would show the oppressive parts of the government. Like this.
let me say something. It is a bit of a sausage.
So what
I
he's
did
doing
see
here, he's watching a vlogger who walks through the streets with a camera to disprove things you've said about Iran. So
Literally, like,
he's looking for women without a job. He's looking for cats and stuff like that to be like, see? So
Yeah, like this is so weird to me
I bet. We're gonna hear what Mahdi says and then bets. We hopping off.
because I really thought this is a common sense. For example, I YouTube North Korea and watch people who go to North Korea. But back in my mind, I thought it was a common sense that the things that people are going through is not going to be in that video because
I'm just like, bro, this is just actually crazy how fucking stupid Yoko and Idubbbz are. But even barring that, again, for Mahdi, approved. Like, exactly. Like, again, if you're showing like a tour of a place, bro, are you gonna show the fucking bad parts? If you're supposed to be showing, like, especially on advertisement tip, because, like, bro, I'm assuming you're showing, like, the country and all the amenities and jobs for a reason, right? Usually it's for, like, a touring company, whatever it means. Maybe somebody's just doing, like, personal documentaries, whatever it means, right? But, like, yeah, I doubt you're going to show the bad parts unless you're intentionally trying to do that, which this video, clearly, that's what it was trying to show, was not. Like, bro, obviously you're not going to be going through looking for, like, every bad thing that the oppressive regime is doing. Like, what the...
if it was, that person was arrested or like something had happened to them. That is not the right video. You can just like see how the city looks and everything, but you're not going to see what people are going through. I have tons of videos about women getting arrested just because of their scarf. And one thing that
again, insane. I'm trying to tell you, like, John with Sharia law, bro.
it does not mention is that yes, there are women who are not wearing their scarf, but why they all have something around their neck? Has he like even like
Yeah, I'm assuming that would probably be, you know, their scarf, their hijab. It's like, bruh, Idubbbz, did we try to take this into account? No, but we didn't try to take anything into account. Literally all last year and literally to this day.
ask himself why? Because as soon as they see a police officer, they just like put their hijab on.
I see.
And he does not even like mention that. He just like have that mindset that this guy is lying and I need to find a way to prove it.
Yoko, Idubbbz, idiotic morons again. The agenda, the narrative for the Hassan Piker glaze. Fuck it, we said it.
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
Fuck it. It had to be said. It must be said. Yeah, again. What are they doing this for? To, again, ethereally glazing Hassan Piker. Is that shit gaining them something? I will keep repeating this shit for all of these balls, all of these orbiters, all of these G-boys. Pinning to Hassan into his audience of pathetic, wretchful, subhuman, homunculoid G-boys will gain you nothing. It is clearly not gaining these two dumbasses anything. And, yeah, I mean, hey, man, you can ask Jellywig, Cutie Cinderella, Pokimane, Valkyrie. I mean, the litany of lists goes on. It's really not helping them either. Not at all, right? So, why are they doing this? That's an excellent question. And again, it all boils down back to the agenda and the narrative, which a main part of it, again, is America bad, and to which to that, they're supporting oppressive regimes in specific to that. The Ayatollah in Iran, which is obviously oppressing like Mahdi's like people, obviously his family and people that are back in Iran, but overall the Iranian people as a whole, especially the ones that obviously do not agree with what their regime is doing. Like, so why are they doing this? Like, it's like that's all I can keep asking with this. Truly, like again, like finishing off hearing what Mahdi's saying, so we can head out. But like, why are they doing this? What do you gain? Glazing up, shilling out for these oppressive regimes. What do you gain? Like that shit is whack as fuck. Like that ass. That ass.
Conclusion first. And the amount of time he spends watching this vlog, he could have just done a Google search. It's really
Yeah,
incredible.
you see that woman? You see her scarf around her neck?
I saw
Yeah.
also in the train, the one woman that was sitting, she had a scarf too.
There it is, Ian. Explanation.
Yeah, and this law is so stupid, and they know how many millions of women are not following it. That's why like they cannot arrest millions of people, right? We have to like mention that as well. This rule is not being like followed by millions of women, and they can't just like arrest all of them. So yes, you will see people, but if you go ask them every single one of them, how do you feel by not having hijab? They're gonna be like, I'm scared. That's the feeling that you need to mention as well. These people are not feeling free. These people are just like scared, and you can see it by
That's a clear thing of oppression.
this scarf. That each time I see an officer, I need to just like wear it, and this is the feeling that I was feeling the first days that I got here.
Why is it that they targeted that one girl and like punished her so severely, beat her to death?
Again, it's fucking insane to just hear like, holy shit. Like, again, I'm assuming they were talking about the Hun that was playing the violin. Like,
like so.
Mahsa Amini?
Yeah.
So that was actually something that was going on. Like we had so much problem with the morality police, and there was like many people saying, "Oh, they beat us," but they would not believe it. But that was the very first time that somebody actually got killed, and they could prove that they got killed after getting arrested by morality police. So people got really angry, and they had like the previous experiences. So it was like a mini revolution. Like almost 500 people got killed. When we compare it to now, it's just like almost nothing. But like 500 is a lot. But
that's a
right
lot,
now they have killed so.
Like no matter what, hell yeah, that's a lot. Because again, like you'll hear again all these astronomical numbers. Like even like they were saying earlier, Ethan and Mahdi, like you know what I'm saying, like the death toll like in Iran is up to 16,000. But still, in individual life itself, all lives are precious. Especially like we talk about all the time, best interest of the heart, your family, your peoples, and then families not just by blood. It's like whoever you know what I'm saying. You think of when I say family love, like yo, still these lives very much fucking matter to people. A lot of these people thought, even Mahdi included with his friends and family, they matter to heads. So why the fuck, again, virtue signaling, moral grandstanding, moral posturing, truly, why the fuck are these dumbasses just pandering this bullshit? Like, oh my god, like, yo, that shit really does get me mad as fuck. Like, yo, bro, again, y'all know me. Number one, John and his family. Why the fuck, like, what the fuck do you gain to say this shit is eye-rolly as hell? Like, bro, fuck. You know what Trump step? American propaganda. Like, oh. Then we're sitting here, bro. Oh my god, bro. Do you think we gotta shoot the cats in the head, bro? Because they have the fucking rabies? Like, these fucking idiots, bro. I can't. Again, I keep saying all the time for Yoko and Soidos, and trust me, they will keep being farmed until they legitimately, ultimately be quit. But like, that's not even the important factor right now. Again, like it's what like Mahdi's saying is like the experience, and like again, just counteracting and showing what is actually going on in Iran versus the bullshittery, the political commentary that fucking Yoko and Soidos was supposed to be giving. Fucking niggas like Assange supposed to be giving. They don't gain shit. They just willingly do this shit.
Much that number looks small. So that was actually the first time the morality police got killed. And also, let me tell you this. The journalist who talked about Mahsa Amini, I forgot her name. There were two. They were actually doing their job, okay? So they talked about Mahsa Amini and said, this girl was arrested and now they got killed. That's how people got to know that. They arrested those two journalists just because they were doing their jobs. Sheesh. Just because of that. Wow. Why? Because other medias in the world, especially in the US, use that news and put it in their news section, and the whole world knew it. Yeah. So because of that, they said, oh, you're now working for them.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, that's a total crackdown on freedom of speech. Even more restrictive than China, it seems like. Even a lot more restrictive than China, it seems like. You know, places like that. Like, it seems like like as much as like 1984. Have you read a book like 1984? Does that ever reach you?
It scares me.
About what?
1984. I'll talk about the book. All right. You know what, y'all? We'll cut it there. You already know. Of course, like we say every time, especially on Warzone, you better shout out, share the love, of course, with the H3 fan, but of course, the pod, Ethan or Miss Ela, you already know, the heads on the crew, And of course, like I just said, the H3 fan. Come on, gang. That was Everything is Changing. H3 show number 224. Of course, on the segments, you already know. First one was Idubbbz Anisa embarrassment, a little tail end of that. Of course, you already know. That's where the pod were going over the clips that they had not seen while they were on break. And of course, the main John, the interview that we just had to see. This boy, definitely educational, baby. And that's what I'm saying. You gotta let me know, like I said in the intro. Do you want me to watch more of this boy? Because, of course, we can hop back in, just finish this John. Because, of course, I think we need to see this John. And again, the farming ensues for Yoko and Soy Dubs. Every single time. And what level's your barn? Because it seems that the Farmville's accounts need to be maxed out even more. But again, even super sidebarring that again, it was very good. Even like Ethan was saying with Mahdi, like having like this conversation, this type of interview, obviously here because you have fucking propagandist Pica giving the bias and misleading political commentary on what's going on in Iran, especially with the innocent civilians that are trying to do protests because they want a regime change, because they do not want to be under a repressive regime. You already know what it is. The camera died. Last thing I was saying was just again. Real quick so we can head out. Yeah, Yoko and Soy Dubs. They said that Mahdi's lived experience, his family, his friends, all the other people, obviously like protesters in Iran, you know what I'm saying, innocent heads that just want a regime change. Their experience is eye-rolly. They're doing American propaganda, or at least like specifically for Mahdi. He's doing American propaganda. He's on Trumpy's tip. And Ameriboo. Yet they have done literally no efforts. Literally zero to try to research or educate themselves on this matter at all. Nope. Instead of talking out of their ass. Straight up. So yeah. I'll keep saying. These G-boys, these pathetic retro subhuman homunculus, just somebody says in general, the disgruntled Twitter fans, I don't know. These are who you want to glaze up? These heads? Especially after calendar year 2025, and now the feltation is even heftier after Mahdi, like, again, giving experience, really is cooking them. Hey, man, you G-boys can glaze whoever you want. All I know is that I wouldn't glaze these fools. But yeah, sidebar that, like we were already saying, because of course we gotta head out of here, baby. You already know. Shout out love with the H3 fam. Of course, Ethan on Mish Ela, you were saying the whole Corona pod, and of course, double it again, the H3 fam. But yo, once more, that was Everything is Changing H3 show number 224. Of course, the OG, the segments, OG, the pod up. Down description, first link, sure to love again, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.